Hello. So we're just gonna get into this. A Quran study. Are social justice warriors outlined in the Quran? Let's check it out. So we're gonna watch some SJW cringe compilations, and we're gonna observe this Goyim phenomenon, this group phenomenon. This group phenomenon of these people, the left side. Okay.
Money. I know, like, I'm just a citizen, all right? Hey, what's the deal? That bridge is blocked too. This is unfair. Like, I have to get across to the bridge. I gotta be at
Those
my
are a group of social justice
That bridge
warriors
is blocked. This bridge is blocked. What's the deal?
blocking
You know,
a bridge.
are you trying to garner support? Because this is not the way to do it. You know, if I don't get there, I don't teach. So I got probably 40 people waiting for me.
What I can tell you is that we can't let you across this bridge right now. We've got people on the bridge. It would be unsafe to let singular cars through.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
the
But all
fastest
of
way.
you people, I mean, I understand, okay, that you have a political point to make. You're against the pipeline, all that stuff, and you want to do this for your outlook on life. And I'm not arguing with your right to have that outlook. I might even agree with your outlook. But the point is, I need to get across the bridge. How am I supposed to do that?
Wait a minute, number one, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Oh, no.
Put it on the speaker. There you go. Right here. Here it is, right here. There you go. Mr. White man, get these white women and get these white people a hand, man. Keep on coming. Keep on coming. Keep on coming, Mr. White man. Keep on going. Keep on going, man. Most High in Christ, man. You understand? Now, they showing what it means to really salute a prophet and a priest of the Lord. Keep going. Keep going. The party out. Show me.
They are showing what it's like to serve the real prophets and priests of the world.
Okay. Come on, folks, get your boot kiss, man. Get properly saluted. Get properly saluted, man.
Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
Get properly saluted. Everybody come get properly saluted, man. This is a white couple right here that's proving that they are sorry for what their forefathers have done.
That's right.
You understand? Keep going, man.
A common theme with SJWs is they want you to atone for the sins of a hypothetical past that someone else did. Because they believe the narrative very strongly. The history is just as the agenda says. They believe history.
Keep it coming, man. Understand? Keep it coming. Only a couple more, two more. Hey, Salaki, the cameraman, you can't forget. You can't forget how Zahab over here, a brilliant producer.
Man,
You understand?
I'm sorry, first.
Get in, man. These white people are here, man. What's your name? Skylar and Seth. Oh, man, his mother knew. Name him after one of the sons of Noah. You understand? Seth. You understand? Hey, man, no sweat. No sweat. Get these white people in here, man. Now, when Christ comes back and establishes his kingdom on the earth, you...
I just... They love yelling and chanting and braying like asses.
You know, we had 3 years now of Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell, and it was exactly 3 years ago tonight that Mitch McConnell tried to pitch me off the Senate floor for reading a statement from Coretta Scott King to try to stop a racist from being nominated to be Attorney General of the United States. And that's when Mitch McConnell said the words that women have put on T-shirts, have embroidered on pillows, and have had tattooed on their bodies. Nevertheless, she persisted. Right now, there are a lot of folks around the country who are really worried that this race against Donald Trump may be unwinnable. I've been fighting fights that are unwinnable all of my life. Fighting to get a federal agency to protect consumers. Fighting to get the CEO of Wells Fargo held accountable.
This is like very blatantly to me like a form of possession. I think if people resonate at a low enough frequency, they invite this demon energy into them that like works through each of them the same. Like they're just cookie cutter, resonating low. They don't have like logic or reasoning. They're just simply like brutally emotional and reactory. But at a point is like their soul is just like dead. It's just like a demon
By the way,
working through them.
and fighting to take back a Senate seat from a
And we're gonna look through these and learn a little bit what are social justice warriors, what are traits of them. Then we're gonna jump into the Quran and look around and see if this is described in the Quran of a type of person. The left side, I mean, the right and the left are two sides to a system that is just, mass control. But
from a popular incumbent Republican.
there's definitely one side that's more logical than the other. And obviously the left is not.
So I think this is all going to come down to winnability, and there are a lot of folks who say, "Oh, I don't know about this race being winnable," and I don't know.
Yeah, we get there. Just fake, no thoughts, just mutually assured destruction.
Hey, stay the fuck back, motherfuckers. Fuck off. Yes, sir.
You running over there, we're not gonna come out and save you, so you gotta come up with,
I see it on that side of the street. I didn't even cross.
you gotta come up with a different plan, like maybe go somewhere else.
All right.
We're not gonna run out here and save you. You know,
No, I wasn't, but I came to you guys. I didn't even know there was anybody out here. But I just stood there. They come out with pepper spray.
I'm just telling you that ain't gonna happen again, so you gotta go probably find someone else, okay?
Okay.
We're not gonna be homies for you.
I'm gonna leave.
This is what rhetoric turned into. Like, who's ever the loudest, most aggressive, like childish individual with the most childish individuals cheering them on is the winner. There's no point in even arguing with these people. how I threw up. That was horrible. Those people are horrible.
What are you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, don't try to bring up reasoning and logic around these people. They're like the companions of the left. So just
Last time I saw you,
repudiating proudly.
Oh, you know, the exact same thing I'm going to use it for. How about you just get fucking out?
Hey, get the fuck out. We don't want you here. Please leave. Get the fuck out.
Hey, if you touch me, I fucking touch you.
I think we have a good amount of info for now. So now let's jump to the Quran. Okay, so I just looked up to get here. Yell. Okay, so now we're checking out the Quran, and I looked up yell. This is reader.corenight.com, and I'm gonna be looking up words, that makes me think of these people, these social justice warriors that we just saw. And if anyone doesn't know who the social justice warriors are, do some research and look up some compilations and watch the beginning of this video. And just see just a little taste of what they are. Basically, they have illogical thoughts and feelings that they feel that they need to impose a tyranny based off of these feelings, while acting like everyone else is tyrannical and totally projecting, and they're actually the fascists that they call everyone else. So they're very, very tyrannical, malevolent, systematic, demonically possessed people. Okay. And the likeness of those who ignore warning is as the likeness of one who yells to what hears not, save a call and a shout, deaf, dumb, and blind, so they do not reason. Exactly. They yell, hear not. If you try to have an intelligent discussion with one of these individuals or crowds, they will continue to scream, play noises, shout, incoherent nonsense, and not be able to answer any questions because they're deaf, dumb, and blind. Come here. I'm still lonely. Are you still lonely? What is spurning guidance while claiming virtue in Arabic? What's good, everyone?
Just bring up the energy, bring the noise, bring the funk.
Did you even hear my part?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm researching the Quran, finding out the SJWs.
Okay, keep it up. Keep up the good work. It's going good. It's going good. I think when you were playing the cringe compilation, it was scaring some people off.
No one even entered.
No, I saw like 2 or 3 people in the chat. Then it went down to 1. I think all of them.
It's always like that.
But yeah,
No,
so-
we have to. It's terrifying.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah, be
terrifying,
afraid.
for sure.
It's very,
Yeah.
it's very not.
You're
It's
right, you're right.
unsettling and it's raw, but it's real. And no safety zones here. Sorry, no safe zones.
Yeah.
It's just reality bites and it
Yeah,
hurts.
find some paper.
I know there was just one little paper. It might take some time. We'll find some good stuff in here, and I want to like group in crowds. Let's go home for a second. Okay, reader. Let's just go through the Quran. And when I hear this line, those who ignore warning, it is the same to them whether thou hast warnest them or thou hast not warned them, they don't believe. These people won't believe blue if blue is in front of them. It doesn't matter what you tell them, or at the end of the day, God has sealed their hearts, and over their hearing and over their sight is a covering, and they have a great punishment. They would deceive God and those who heed warning, but they deceive only themselves, and they perceive not. And a lot of these policies that SJWs impose and want to ban others from speaking about is Quranic laws. And at the end of the day, they're devilish because they don't want people to be able to speak about the Quran, about truth, about what God ordained for us, having 2 genders. And these things, a tyrannical system of heavily brainwashed, heavily possessed, heavily ignorant left side people, the companions of the left are like that. They don't want you to use reasoning. And they can't see at all. They're just totally deaf, dumb, and blind. It's like yelling, like trying to have a debate with them is frustrating because it's like in one ear, out the other. In their hearts is a disease. So God has increased their disease, and for them is a painful punishment because they have lied. They have lied. Yeah, they have lied. They continue to lie. The truth is, they are the workers of corruption, but they perceive not. The SJWs walk around completely oblivious to the fact that, I mean, at some point they must know, though, that they are these fascist, tyrannical, agenda henchmen pawns in the devil regime.
Very well put.
I'm not lonely anymore.
You gotta change the title.
Not lonely girl, not lonely anymore, girl. What's the opposite of lonely? Encompassed. When it is said to them, believe as mankind has believed, they say, shall we believe as the foolish have believed? In truth, it is they who are the foolish, but they know not. They do not know. I really, when I hear these lines
So-
now,
so
all I
they
can
don't
think
know.
about, they
Well,
don't.
we were talking. You were saying like, hey, they know a little bit in their heart, but
They really don't.
even know.
They don't even know in their heart. They think everything they're doing is a virtuous piety, the best thing. That's what makes them sleep at night. They go to bed smiling that they broke down a government building and screamed in loudspeakers, blasting horns for pro-abortion laws and freedom of speech being taken away.
Yo, it's recorded.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say, people think that America is run by white men, and they're wrong. It's run by little red dudes with pitchforks and shit, just like every other country.
In the ether. Yeah, it's just, and I don't care if you want to believe a false history narrative, go ahead, but at some point there have been slaves of all races, and we are all slaves in our own way, and we are slaves to a system that is imposed upon us, and you can't atone for the sins of anyone. It doesn't matter if my great-great-grandfather was a tyrannical king. It doesn't matter, because I am who I am, and I never knew the guy.
Yo, you know what we should do?
And
This is a side note, but we should put up the rest of.
you took my
Demons-
lighter.
We should put up the rest of Demons and Pains
Yeah.
for Capitalism.
Oh yeah, I have it. We'll do that.
Yeah.
And when they meet those who heed warning, they say, "We believe," but when they're alone with their Satans, they say, "We are with you. We were only mocking." That's another type of person.
That can be a woke SJW.
Yeah, we never knew him personally. Like,
That's
I mean, we know him personally, but not like,
Yeah.
I've exiled a lot of these people in my life. God mocks them and increased them in wandering blindly in their inordinacies. These
Oh, bro, I got 2 packs of papers in my jacket.
they are wandering blindly in like these crowds, screaming and shouting, hearing not.
Did you read the line? Or did you find? The
I'm just
line?
starting from the beginning.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Which
Yeah.
line?
You'd have to look up virtue, but I know the line essentially.
Spreading guidance while claiming virtue is not in it.
No, virtue. It's in this one.
Mhm.
They enjoin virtues on others while excluding themselves.
Oh yeah. Let's look up virtue. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it when I look at virtue. Speak, maybe?
Enjoin it. Look up enjoin
Speak?
it.
Wasn't it speak or something?
No, speak is used too many times.
Oh,
Enjoin.
yeah. Enjoin is 10 less times than speak. Wait, 20 less times than speak.
Good. It's an improvement.
Enjoin you virtue upon mankind and forget yourselves when you recite the writ. Will you not then use reason?
That's it.
All right, let me get the.
They forget themselves.
Oh, I was
when they-
almost at that line too.
Oh wow. They forget themselves when they enjoin virtues on people. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be racist. You shouldn't be
Well, it's
sexist."
saying that enjoin you virtue upon mankind and forget yourselves when you recite the writ. Well, then you would not use reason means don't glorify yourself. It just means,
No, look,
virtue. No, but that line means that. And seek help in patience and duty. It says, and uphold the duty and render the purity and be lowly with the lowly, and enjoin you virtue upon mankind and forget yourselves when you write the writ. Well, then you
Oh.
not use reason. It's saying, don't be like, yo, I'm hot
No,
shit.
thought it was
I got
the other
God.
line.
Maybe it's
Enjoin-
another line. I think I heard it last night. It was like, and then they.
They enjoin virtues upon mankind and exclude themselves.
I heard it how you heard it last night, where it's like they impose beliefs are. Like they impose actions for other people that they don't do, like the hypocrite, like a hypocrite, or like a biased individual.
It's not in there though.
Not currently. Not. I could look more.
Yeah, look a little more.
Mhm.
It was like chapter 6, or Jude 6, which could be like chapters. I don't know what chapter.
I forgot what I was doing for a second. Okay.
It must have been like chapter 15 maybe or something.
Yeah. Well, now when I listen to the Quran visually, I see in my head like SJW riot protesters, like green-haired women screaming and
Yeah. Do you know what Sam Garens calls foreign guidance while claiming virtue in this edition of the Quran?
I forgot. I knew
I
it.
think he calls them the deniers. Is that in there? Look up the deniers.
Yeah, that's in there. Yeah. And those who waxed proud, we are deniers of that in which you believe. Waxing proud.
They do wax proud. They literally
People is
have pride.
proud. Yeah.
But not just that whole attitude, you know?
Yeah, like being prideful about a totally disillusioned idea of
Yeah.
reality that's totally retarded.
Yeah. And they get their kicks like calling everyone racist and sexist and all this.
They get dopamine
but
hits.
in doing that, they're literally being racist and sexist and all that stuff. You know.
And when those who ignore warning when those who ignore warning see thee, they take thee only in mockery. Is this he who mentions your gods? And they, of the remembrance of the Almighty, are deniers. Because at the end of the day, when I hear these people screaming about the things they don't like about this earth, it's what God ordained.
And keep in mind when the people in the Quran are saying, is this he who tells us whatever deceives us about our gods, right?
Mhm.
It's saying what their heart said, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, but it's saying what their heart said. They might have said like a different thing as their gods, because their gods are like their views a lot of the times. Is this he who disrespects my extreme viewpoint or whatever they took as their god, because it's just saying what their heart's saying.
Yeah.
That's literally what they're saying.
And see thou how they invent lies about God, and it suffices as an obvious sin.
Yeah. Keep going.
Oh, this is a good one. Now I wanna take this. Let there not grieve these who compete in denial amongst those who say we believe with their mouths, but in their hearts have not believed. And among those who hold to Judaism, I want to take this in my head, and those who are eager listeners to lies, eager listeners to another people who have not come to thee, they twist words from their places, saying, if this be given you, receive it. But if not be given you, beware. And whom God wishes to try, that will not have power for against God in anything. Those are they whose hearts God's desires not to purify. They have in this world disgrace, and they have in the hereafter a great punishment.
Yeah.
Eager listeners to lies. Hearty consumers of illicit gain. Illicit. What's illicit mean? Illegal? What's illicit mean? I don't want to defend
Illicit
sentence.
in a Quranic sense is talking about this goes beyond what God has ordained.
Because like, what's the goal of
No,
woke
like-
SJWs? What's their final goal? What do they
Listen,
want
Ian.
life to look like?
They want to gain unfairly. They want
Yeah,
more rights.
they want all the goods free. They want all the money for free. They want the whole land for free. They want chaos
and they want it
reigns,
because of
guns.
something to do with the way
'Cause
they
of,
look or who they call what they
Well,
call
that's the
themselves.
guise in which they fall through, but they really
Yeah.
believe that false guise.
And then they call everyone else the very thing that they are. They project what
Yeah.
they are on everyone else, you know.
I want to look up perfidy.
Well, anyways, man, I just want to put a disclaimer. Just because we're talking about woke SJWs, we're not affiliated with right or left in any way.
Oh yeah, I'm not in any political stance at all. I don't
Like,
believe
I don't
in
believe in
the
politics
divide at all.
I don't believe votes matter. I don't think that
Votes
they
do not
even
matter.
Count them. I don't think they even count them. I don't believe in the system, and even if the system was legit, I still don't want that system.
I more
I'd rather
agree
just-
with.
I would rather-
yeah.
I would rather just myself be king,
But
and
God's
her be queen.
yeah, but God
that's
tells
why
you
I
there's
feel
there's
about God,
sides.
you know?
There's obvious types of people. There's like, and you think of like, there's two types of believers, and then there's like, I don't know how many types of disbelievers.
Just one, like
Yeah,
it's not even disbelievers. They have beliefs, but there's
Their
good
beliefs
people and
are-
there's bad people.
yeah.
It's not Black Lives Matter. It's not all lives matter. It's
Yeah.
just good people's lives matter. The rest of the people don't matter.
Well, even then well,
They
in a
matter
way,
in a way.
you do matter.
Yeah,
like you
they
are
matter
matter,
in a
and
way.
you do like influence reality.
Some people,
Matter to
Some
what
people
though? It's
matter
an
more than
illogical
others.
sentence.
What I'm
It
trying
shut
to
down my
say-
frontal lobe.
some people matter more than.
I don't even like that word matter in that sense of the word. It's not
Yeah,
it's not
I know, it's not
linguistically
like a
correct.
definable word.
No, it's not a linguistically correct sentence.
Yeah, and that's how.
You want to say like all lives benefits a cause,
Well,
or
that's how all this politics
you know,
operates. It's all a bunch of words
that
really
meant something else.
don't even mean anything.
Yeah, but they've twisted the words to
Which is
fit
just
their
how Hadith
meaning.
works. It's how the Hadith works too.
Okay,
It
we're
all
not yelling
works-
over each other.
But no, check it out. It all works the same way. The Hadith is like some stupid shit that doesn't matter that all the Muslims believe in.
Mhm.
And politics is like some stupid shit that doesn't matter that all the Americans and Canadians believe in. You know?
Yeah, politics is stupid.
It's just everyone got their own.
It's a religion almost.
Yeah, it's not just that though, but everyone's got their own made up shit that they got to sort through. It's part of this realm. It's been since day one. Like you're born, then you forget, then you gotta remember. And that's the challenge. And you know, every group got its own little stupid thing. So my disclaimer was I don't want to single out the woke SJWs too much.
No, I mean,
because
come on.
There's a lot of other people I hate, but they're just like number one on the list.
I'm not here to hate or think of any way. I'm here to observe a phenomenon
Yeah, I'm with
that
you.
aligns with the Quran. I mean, the government wants us to feel emotions without thinking.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm just on that note, we should make another video. What does the Quran say about Muslims? And you read all the bad
Yeah, it
stuff
should be a
says
series.
about them. It says a lot of bad stuff about them.
It should be a series.
Yeah, exactly. Like, not all of them, but, you know, like Asim Al-Hakim, Mufti Menk type dudes.
Well, if you take this label into your heart, you're accepting this possession.
Yeah.
So I am talking about that. you
Yeah,
know?
there are the woke
I can decipher between people in crowds and, you know, not like hate every single person. It's not about hate. It's just
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not about hate. But
it's not about not necessarily about in a way, yeah, you shouldn't like it because you shouldn't do
I like
that.
all
You
things.
shouldn't. No, you shouldn't like it. You shouldn't like it because it's not the way you should be. God made it that way so you would dislike it. So you would know how what to like and what to be.
But it's been there since day one.
I like it in a way
dislike
that
it,
God
but I like
made
it
it
that
made it
not-
obvious.
I like it that I have something to look at and be like, thank God I'm not that.
Yeah,
You know, I just try to see the good in things.
yeah.
I used to be an old SJW. It's a low
I never
vibration
was.
frequency. It's a low, no, everyone goes through a
Not
phase
really.
when you're like a teenager.
Not in my heart.
When you're like a teenager.
A little bit, but not. I couldn't say it like with a straight face, you know. Like
Yeah, I
couldn't
don't
be
think I
like
could nowadays.
I couldn't then either. Well, we don't have to make it a long video, you
No,
know.
we keep going with this. I was just a little. Let's make it go back to Lonely Girl because you were doing so good. I was just like pushing the buttons a little.
No, you stay here. Stay here.
Don't mute.
I muted first.
Oh yeah. Bad boy got some comments here. You take them. Just be Lonely Girl. That formula works. Let's not change the formula.
See thou how they lie against themselves and stray from them will be what they invented. And among them are some who listen to thee, but we have placed upon their hearts covering, lest they should understand it, and their ears deafness, and if they see every proof, they will not believe in it. When they have come to thee, they argue against thee, those who ignore warnings, saying this is only legends of the former peoples. Because they always just argue and yell. I could go on and on about this, but I feel like I got the point out across.
Yeah, but keep going. There's more points for the hereafter.
Well, maybe let's think about what the woke SJWs believe. They believe in abortion. They want abortions for all. So let's see, kill, and we'll find your children out of poverty line, and see how everything that they preach is satanic, atheistic, against God's ordaining law.
But it doesn't say don't kill your child because you're a rape victim. It's very specific. Don't kill your child out of poverty.
So if you're a rape victim, God will bless you with how to raise it.
Yeah, true, but
Maybe eat like
you
some
wanna
vitamin
follow
C.
That's your assumption. You want to follow the book word for word. It says don't kill your children
Out of poverty. So if it was like the kid's fucked up, that kid is fucked up. Should you kill it?
There's a dude in the Quran that kills a child, and he's the guy teaching Moses.
Your own child, though.
If it's not, don't do it. Out of
Okay,
poverty.
maybe
Don't do it
abortion
because you're-
is okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going by Quran alone.
Quran
Stand.
alone, don't do it out of poverty, meaning that if the kid is gonna have a horrible life, you'll probably do it. If you're a rape victim, you'll probably do it. You know.
Yeah.
But if you're just like you got a girl pregnant and you're like, oh, I can't afford this kid, don't get an abortion.
That's a weird
God
whack.
will give you the money.
Okay,
God
so
will give you
maybe
the money.
points for the other team on that one might be fine.
Yeah, the Quran is the perfect book.
But wasn't there a God in the scripture where women were taking an herb to keep them from getting pregnant?
Yeah, but that's another scripture other than the Quran.
That's true.
I'm just saying the Quran is our revelation for our time, and for our time it says.
I had
as
one
far as I
abortion
can-
because I was terrified. Everyone told me to get it. Never had one before in my life. I got the pill one. It was about 3 months in. Terrifying. Painful. Most painful thing I've ever been through. Probably not as painful as childbirth.
Yeah.
but it was gosh painful and terrifying, and I felt cursed at the time. But also, I believed in hadith at the time.
Yeah, the hadith tricks you.
Yeah, but I don't think it was that. I didn't feel like
But
right now I have a
mean,
kid.
in your case,
I don't know where I'd be right now. I mean,
in your case, obviously, like it's more than just poverty. Is being.
I was living
At
under a
the
tractor
time-
trailer in the dead of winter.
Yeah, at the time, like
I had nothing.
like your life wasn't even like your own life.
Yeah.
Wasn't even necessarily like it's questionable. Like, would you have gone to the mental home since then? They would have took your kid away.
I was so
So
scared.
it's not just it's not just poverty. It's like your kid was kidnapped from you. You didn't even
I was
have the
living in
money.
the
You
snow
didn't- you
outside.
didn't even have enough money.
No, I would have got my kid taken away and put
CPS
into.
would've took
No, they
away
would
your
have.
kid.
They would have gone to a
But
foster
that's
home.
money. That's poverty.
No, they
God
would've took
would've
my
gave
kid,
you
though.
money. God would have given you money. See, that, but
But it was about money for me. I was scared. Like I was like 23, living in the snow,
yeah.
like mental out of
It
my
wasn't
mind,
just about
psychotic.
money. It was they could have imposed a fitna on him, a means of denial. They could have took your kid, raised your kid, gave it a means of denial,
And had a
fitna is
disbelieving
worse
kid. They
than
tortured
death.
my soul through
And
that
fitna
kid.
is worse than death. See, the Quran is the perfect book. It's the perfect book. It does explain that situation. So I would assume if you repented in your heart that you could be forgiven for that because logically they could have imposed a fitna on the child.
I
The
repented
fitna
and I
is worse
put-
than death.
I put the. Can I say this on here?
Right.
I put the. We'll move on. In a
You
flower.
put the fetus in the ground.
In the ground, and a flower grew from it. Yeah.
That's the one for the veterans that you get out in
hmm
Canada. You know. So.
Well, that's a hard. I think if it was really
That's
that bad, it would be more like
It's not that
just
bad. It's
it would
not
be
that bad
more.
because if you examine the line, you're
talked
not
about in
getting
the
your kid
Quran.
Out of poverty, it wasn't an issue of poverty per se. It's an issue of custody. It's an issue of who would have custody.
Well, a means of denial is worse
No,
than killing. A means of denial is
Yeah,
worse than
because
killing.
It wasn't a poverty issue. Poverty was a factor in the issue, but not just that. Your mental health and your housing, and that wasn't your issue. That was the issue of the custody of the child. The custody of the child would have been given to the state. It would have most likely been raised and had some other religion.
Okay, move on.
Which is a fit now when you subject what could be a believer, at this point, a child, to a means of denial.
Yeah.
So therefore,
There was other
the
reasons.
Quran says a means of denial is worse than death. So what you did was better than subjecting the kid to a means of denial.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have a lot to say on that. That is true. Okay.
I gotta find more papers. Oh wait, we had some facts.
Yeah. I'm looking for the line in the Quran. It's hard to find. But we basically did, we ran through it.
Look up.
What's another thing that the SJWs
look up
believe? They got a
hypocrites.
point on that
Look
one.
up
Though.
hypocrites.
Hypocrites.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah,
I know
hypocrites.
King Garrett uses waiver, but I think he also uses hypocrites for a different word.
I spelled hypocrite wrong.
HYPOCRIT.
There's no hypocrite. No. There's
Look
waiver.
up waiver.
But are they even wavering?
Yes, all the time. They waver on their issues all the time.
Yeah. I just thought they're totally lost. in the head.
They say literally, this group,
Did you take all my tobacco and stuff?
no, they literally say,
Yeah.
what did they say? This
They
group
yell.
is bad,
Mm-hmm.
and we hate people who hate. Like, this group is bad for hating a group. They literally say this group is bad for hating a group.
Yeah, I want it.
Uh,
Oh yeah, they're like, we hate, we hate you. Hate is not allowed unless we hate.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Guys.
So they're wavering on that issue. Hate is not allowed unless it's us hating people.
Unless
then it's allowed.
Yeah, like freedom of speech is not allowed, but if we want to say something, it's totally allowed. O prophet, strive thou against the atheists and the waverers, and be thou harsh with them, and their shelter is Gehenna. The evil is the journey's end. And around you are of the desert Arabs or waverers, and among the people of the city they persist in wavering. That reminds me of looking at these SJW protests, and there's hijabi Muslim girls with them rioting in bras and shit, yelling. And among those around you of the desert Arabs are waverers, and among the people of the city they persist in wavering. Just brings me visuals of it.
Yeah.
They persist in wavering. Thou knowest them not, but we know them, and we will punish them twice. Then will they be sent back to a great punishment. So it's worse if you're in that crowd chanting and you've heard God's proofs and you just moves along. If the waverers desist not, and those in whose hearts is a disease, and the spreaders of lies in the city, we will impel thee against them. Then they will not be your neighbors, therein save a little. God protects you. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hey, Fung Among Us. But they reject the hour, and we have prepared a burning fire for him who rejects the hour. That is true. Those are they who say, spend not on those with the messenger of God until they disband. And to God belongs the treasuries of the heavens and the earth, but the waverers understand not. They say, if we return to the city, the more honored will drive therefrom the meaner. But to God belongs power and glory, and to his messengers and believers, but the waverers know not. Ooh, wow. I'm going to that part because exactly. I hear it in my head a certain way, though. What do you think this says, Alex? Because I hear this and I hear something in my head. They say, if we return to the city, the more honored will drive therefrom the meaner. But to God belongs power and glory, and to his messenger and to the believers, but the waverers know not.
Because that's when Muhammad was going to go back to his hometown, I think.
They drove him out.
And they drove him out. And if they went back there, you know, they're probably like a bunch of woke SJWs. And you see what happens to people in crowds when
No, they
SJWs
destroy people's
get
lives.
Yeah. They literally hit people over the head with bottles when they're not.
When they're just
looking.
going, like, when they're trying to block
They
people from
punch
fighting.
Old people, they hit.
They blocked some
women.
guy from getting married, like, in a country,
Yeah.
like.
They'll do anything bad. Because in their hearts is, you know, what's not good. I forget what it says. In their hearts is denial. And that's why it's the same people always trying to debunk flat Earth and stuff.
Yeah,
You know, debunk.
they
this,
love
debunk
the
that.
narrative.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, do they even know that they're pawn tyrannical, like, tools for the one world power?
No, they don't. It says it in the Quran. It says they don't even know that.
Yeah, they don't know that. You're right. I know. I'm just like, the
It's
demon
hard to
knows
say.
it. The
It's
demon
hard-
in them knows it because they got to look.
it's
This
hard to-
demonic look, like,
Yeah, it's hard to
yeah,
conceive this notion. You know?
of being so ignorant.
Like, yeah, like you literally have to only take things at surface level and
And never
never look into
have any
it.
thoughts.
But again, it says they're not able to reason. So like they literally can't say P equals Q.
Well, let's look up
therefore
left.
P is Q.
Let's look up left because what really I know, yeah, left, right, divide, politics, whatever. The companions of the left
Yeah.
is in the Quran. the leftists and, the right wings, it really makes you think that there's something to it a little bit right now. Not like politics is real, but I'm just saying there's a connection to the terminology. Because God gives you proofs in plain sight. Is all a test, is all messages and proofs from God. Fill me up, buttercup. A little drop with extra milk. Thank you. A little bit. Just a little bit. We've already dived in. Should I look up companions? Might come up. I don't know where my little bag of tobacco is. So delicious.
What happened? What came up with what?
A lot of words.
Read.
Yeah, I will. I want to get the companions of the left. Oh, thank you, silly. I need a better tobacco. Can you hand me the one there? If you can. This one's just vile. This one's better, right? Alright, let's look up left again. Because, what if I wrote companions of the left? The companions of the right, what is the companions of the right? And the companions of the left, what of the companions of the left? And the foremost, those who brought near. What of the companions of the right? Thornless tree. And the companions of the left, what of the companions of the left? In a scorching wind and scalding fire, and a shadow of black smoke, neither cool nor noble, they were before that opulent, and persisted in the great perjury, and said, when we are dead and dust and bones, will we be raised? Are our fathers of former times? Say thou, the former peoples and the latter will be gathered together at the appointed time of a known day. Then you, O you the straying and denying, you will eat the tree of Zakum, and fill your bellies therein, and drink on top of that a scalding water, and drink as the thirst-racked camel drinks. This is their welcome on the day of judgment. We created you, oh, that you but give credence. Have you considered what you emit? Have they considered what they are emitting? No. Did you create it, or are we the creators? We have decreed death among you, and we will not be outrun. We will not be outrun. That we will change your likeness and produce you in what you know not. And you have known the former creation, oh, that you but took heed. If any of you guys agree and have read something, please. Democracy is just flowery, facaded communism. It's absolute rule with a ruler. Except democracy, they have the guise of creating the illusion that we have a say on what changes in this encampment. But in reality, all the countries are under one world rule. Been that way the whole time. Countries are just names for different encampments and slave quarters of us. Democracy is a complete falsity. And when it is said to them, work not corruption in the land, they say, we are but those who do right. Because you see those people marching around smug as hell. They believe they're doing something right. But it's pretty plain obvious to those with 2 eyes and a brain that it's not. In truth, they are the workers of corruption, but they perceive not. Those who break the covenant with God after its agreement and sever what God commanded to be joined and work corruption in the land, it is they who are the losers. Ooh. And then you have visuals of the woke, like, justice warriors breaking buildings and statues and destroying everything. And when he turns away, he strives in land, working corruption therein, and destroying tilth and progeny, and God loves not corruption. Yeah. It's somewhere. And those who ignore warning are allies of one another, save you do it. There will be means of denial in the land and great corruption. They love being allies of one another. Half of their belief system is just the fact that they're mutually assuring their own destruction, patting each other on the backs. Don't you dare question our authority. Don't you dare have an intellectual, rhetorical conversation with us. We are the SJWs, and we are the companions of the left, and we don't have reasoning. We can only yell and scream and shout and hear not what we say. And when they had cast Moses and said, what you have brought is sorcery, God will make it vain. God makes not the workers of corruption. It does not make it right. The workers is what they do in disillusioned vanity. And thievery. Thievery is corruption. Thievery is wrong. They partake in thievery as well. So I'm going to just leave it at that. I might come on with another soon. Quran, groups of people. So described in the Quran, speaking about groups of people in the Quran. And I hope you enjoyed that little live chat about woke SJWs, the companions of the left in the Quran. Certainly. Toodaloo.